Once upon a time, Noel was one of the leaders. He helped us in the struggle against the chaos. When the Order took the reins of power, he went underground, but he didn't disappear. He worked from the shadows to help keep the peace.
If the prophecy in the Oracle Drive is true, then maybe I should have died. That would be the best if it brings out the best possible future for everyone.
I'm not so sure about that. The moment you die, you'll have failed in your mission as savior. And that, in turn, means you could not save Noel's soul. What would happen to him then?
You're saying those images in the Oracle Drive weren't real? Those scenes where everyone looked so happy and safe? They were no more than just a pretty fake.
They were just pictures. There's no way to see into the hearts of the people you saw in them.
That's odd. Why isn't anyone answering?
Please, somebody help me! Please!
What? Who is this? Who am I talking to?
Thank goodness. My name is Louise, and I'm being chased by some people.
You're being chased? All right, stay calm. Do you know where you are?
I'm by the North Station, right outside the graveyard.
My fellow disciples, you heading into battle?
Somebody help! Please help! They're after me. Is anybody there?
Louise? Is that you? Are they still after you?
Oh, is that you again? The girl who answered earlier? Those people chasing me? I lost them once, but they're back.
Looks like they don't know when to give up. Where are you? Do you see anything familiar around you?
I see the cathedral nearby, and lots of people walking around the area.
Scream for help to get their attention. I'll try, but I can't promise I'll make it there in time.
Okay, I'll do that, but...
Don't you think the timing of the call was a little odd? It's like the phone rang when I got close.
Maybe they have eyes on that place. I think you should go and see if she's okay, though. She sounded scared.
All right. She said she could see the cathedral. That must mean the south of the city. Go and wait for a new dawn.
Welcome in. back again.
This is Luxarian's North Station. The trains here shuttle back and forth between Luxarian and Yusnaan, the city that never sleeps. There is another station in Luxarian, South Station. The trains there will take you to either of these two locations. The Wildlands, where you can enjoy fresh air, nature, and friendly faces. Or the Dead Dunes, a desert abundant with hidden treasures. The train will leave shortly.
I swear I'll make you happy. Those were my own words. But I think I was fooling. I couldn't do a damn thing. You died centuries ago, and it still feels like yesterday. Not a day goes by when I don't think of you, and how I could save you. But I failed you. Like a fool, I'm just spinning my wheels while the world dies. Now everything's ending. No one's gonna survive.
This is an emergency broadcast from the Public Safety Office, Yusnaan branch of the Order of Salvation. Volatile chaos infusions have been detected inside the Yusnaan Palace. All entrances have been sealed by order of the patron.
Sarah, I need to know. When I die, will I get to see you again?
For your safety and security, all citizens are asked.
Not that I have any right to. Well, I guess we all come to this world alone, and that's the way we gotta leave it. What are you waiting for, Lightning? You don't have much time left before the world ends. This is your last chance for payback to the man who couldn't keep your sister safe.
So now it's the glittering city. This is how Snow entertains himself these days?
I don't know how entertaining he finds it, but it's certainly his doing. Yusnaan is Snow's town now. The residents call him the patron, and he runs everything here, especially the feasts and banquets. I've heard that he wanted whatever brief time they had left. But these days he's holed up in his palace. Who knows what he's thinking?
If I could, I'd go and visit. But I don't think I'm welcome there. Guess I should have pulled my punches.
No, it was the right thing to do at the time. I really thought if you confronted him head-on, he'd open up to you. Of course, it's been centuries. People are bound to change.
Have the years changed him? Maybe. The Snow I remember was an optimist. Almost laughably so. He believed in everyone, and so everyone believed in him. That's why, in the end, I could accept Sarah wanting to marry him. But while I slept away the years in Crystal, he had to live every day, facing the world's coming end. Centuries, watching all hope crumble, lifetimes passing without a hint of escape. No man can stare into the darkness for so long and survive with his soul intact.
It looks like the palace is completely locked down, but I think I found a way you could sneak in. The Augur's Quarter is our best bet. Supplies for the grand feast are delivered each and every day, anywhere from early afternoon to late at night. There should be plenty of things for you to hide amongst and make your way inside.
I've come to see the Patron's Palace from up close. Just looking at it would make me feel richer myself. It's the most extravagant building in the world.
The palace is in the Augur's Quarter, right? I don't think tourists are allowed. I've heard that there are some parts of Yusnaan that only the rich can get into. Not people like us, unfortunately.
It's a palace. They ought to at least let us go look at it for free, right? It'll be all right. Come on, let's go.
All right, let's go to the Augur's Quarter.
The Augur's Quarter is the exclusive playground of the rich. Commoners aren't welcome, and that will include you. Though people say it's possible to sneak in. Apparently there's some sort of back door. I definitely think it's worth looking into. It seems crashing that party put you on the city's radar. The guards are looking for you. Sneaking into the palace again is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, I don't think I'll go unnoticed this time. So,
Alright, you need to find a way to infiltrate Snow's palace. Perhaps you could start by checking out the situation in the Augur's Quarter.
I will fight evil.
We promise to deliver the utmost.
Oh, you must be the new recruit. I've heard good things about you, you know? People say you have potential. Now let's see if you live up to the rumors, shall we? So, how's the hunting? You can sell to me or Baird. It doesn't matter. You'll get the same price. All the seeds end up being bought by the... Actually, I'm not supposed to go into that. You brought me some seeds, hmm? Would you care to show me your haul? A deal's a deal. Here.
Pray for the dead.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office,
you there.
Yusnaan branch of the
You mean
Order
me?
of Salvation.
I know your
A warrant
face.
has been issued for
You're
the
the
arrest
one
of
I've
the
seen
woman
on the
calling
posters.
herself the Savior.
Oh no, you've
She is
seen through my
armed and
elaborate
considered
disguise.
extremely dangerous.
Yes, I'm the savior. Here to steal the soul from your precious patron. What are you waiting for? Arrest me and you'll probably get a raise.
Shut up! I don't need you to tell me how to do my job, you damn criminal!
Looks like the provocation will work. Keep it.
Thanks for waiting.
Yusnaan branch
Well,
of
there
the
are quite a
Order
lot of guards.
Salvation. A warrant has been
If you
issued
let them
for the
chase you
arrest of the
around,
woman calling
you might get
herself
cornered.
the Savior. She is
Take
armed
the
and
offensive and try to throw them
extremely
into confusion.
This is a broadcast from the Public Safety Office, Yusnaan branch of the Order of Salvation.
Come and get it. You think you can be forgiven? Thanks for waiting. Go and wait for a new dawn.
A warrant has been issued for the arrest of the woman calling herself the Savior. She is armed and considered
This is the
extremely
Revelers' Quarter.
dangerous.
The beautiful fountain and the cactar statue are both symbols of this delightful part of the city. It's a really popular hangout for couples. I'm afraid you're going to be the only single one here.
And you're worried about my feelings?
I meant you'll be conspicuous, that's all.
Losers weepers!
Light up!
All right, give it back.
Huh? Give what back? What are you talking about, lady?
I can get rough, if that's how you want to play it.
Ugh. Do you always go around bullying kids? Go on, take your stupid stuff. I don't want it.
Defenses are tight around here. The first thing you'll need to do is break through the security net surrounding the Augur's Quarter.
Guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
If you don't have an ID, you're never getting into the Augur's Quarter. If you really want to see one of the shows they hold there, you don't have much choice but the tour guide. The tour guide sneaks groups of tourists in through the back route to see the show in the Augur's Quarter. Trust me, he's not that hard to find. In fact, he's about the easiest person to spot.
I think we've got it now. I know how to get you into that palace.
Palace guards are
The
conducting
gate to
a
the
search
Augur's
for the
Quarter is
intruder
locked,
calling
and that's
herself
blocking
the
you from the
Savior.
palace.
She has rose-colored hair.
If you don't have the
carrying
proper
an
ID,
enormous
it'll be
weapon.
impossible to get through the front
They're
gate.
asking for a person.
There are a lot of popular attractions.
Hail there, my stylish lady. You're just dying to see this show, aren't you? You can try to hide it, but I know what a woman wants.
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, I don't have an ID to reach the theater.
No worries about that. I can get you a special ticket at a special price.
A ticket, huh?
Oh, you playing innocent? I'm sure you know about the sneaking in special. I help the poor visitors to our fair city, people who don't have the requisite IDs, to see our most famous sight, the show in our illustrious theater. And I'm the only option they've got.
So I buy a ticket and you get me in to see the show, and I've nothing to go on but your word.
My word is good, but I can't offer any guarantees. I mean, who knows if you'll make it back alive? That depends on Lady Luck. So put your trust in Fortuna and your money in my pocket.
Fine. But how about a few more details?
I knew you were up for it. All right, let me explain to you the brilliance of my little tour, shall I? It starts next to the monorail track. You know, the one that carries supplies from the industrial area. Up on that track, you'll find some of the best views in the city. If you know where to look, that is. I can take you up on the track from the industrial area and get you set up all nice and comfy. A perch with a view. You'll be able to see the Augur's Quarter and the theater.
Sounds easy enough. So where does Lady Luck come into it?
Well, the tour's not without danger. The chaos infusions have been hitting the industrial area real hard these days. You might have to fight more than just desperate tourists on your way to the best seats. I don't guarantee your safe arrival or return. All I guarantee is I'm the only way in. Not that it looks like you have plans of actually sitting down and watching a thing, my lady.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. None of my business to say where you might be going or who you might be going after. I'm sure the Savior plays her cards close to her chest.
Gee, was it the posters around town that tipped you off?
I could sell you out to the palace guard, you know, make a pretty profit. I guess you'll also have to depend on your luck to see that I don't just do that, Now, don't you feel like coughing up and buying the ticket to my tour? I'll even give you a special price, just for you.
If you want to betray me to the authorities, go ahead. But watch your back if you do.
Ooh, look out for the big bad Savior! A ticket for one. Time's on the ticket. Be in the industrial area by then or you'll miss your chance for the show. One of my helpers will be in front of the gate to the industrial area. Give them that ticket and they'll take real good care of you. You know the area, right? Past Central Avenue and then across the sand in the lower city. We leave on the dot, so don't you dawdle or you'll have to wait for the next tour. Thank you for your business, my good lady.
People want to see them, and it looks like there's a back route that people without IDs can use to get inside.
Every night, there's a play put on in the Augur's Quarter to honor God, the Song of the Savior. It's very popular with tourists, but most visitors just can't get their hands on an ID, so they find another way to see it, from a pretty lofty perch.
Lofty? There's a monorail near the palace that the supply train runs on. Let me guess, the enterprising tourists sneak into the Augur's Quarter along that track, right?
That's right. It's the back route we've been looking for. Of course, the crooks who run the tours will most likely have people watching the entrance. You should find that so-called tour guide right away and get the whole scoop.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself
Welcome
the
to
Savior.
the...
She has
Thanks for dropping
rose-colored
in.
hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
This is the Glutton's Quarter, a paradise for gourmands that serve up dishes from every culture. If the world's ending anyway, I suppose you might as well enjoy your last meal.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair.
If you want to learn the theme...
Evil has a price.
Enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
It's the patron, right?
Remember, the tour meets up in front of the gate of the industrial area in the lower city.
The Savior.
You'll
She
have
has
to be there at 6
rose-colored
p.m.
hair and is
Make sure you're
carrying
not
an
late, or
enormous
they'll leave
weapon.
without you.
Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
It's no... Welcome! A customer! This is so exciting! What can I get you?
Well, what do you serve?
Anything you want. How about the chef's special made from top-quality recycled materials? Deep-fried niblet hairballs.
Are you sure that's actually edible?
Oh, yes, it definitely won't kill you, I can guarantee it. And since you're my first customer in days, no charge.
Nothing ventured.
That's the spirit. Take the plunge, I say. Well, does it make your taste buds sing? Are you transported to culinary heaven?
This is...
Too tart? Too much salt, perhaps? I can brush it off if you like.
No, it's actually really good.
God, that is a relief. I mean, of course it's good. I knew you'd love it. I've been working on the recipe for weeks. Unfortunately, it's not very nutritious. People are more health conscious these days, which is ironic considering the times.
Nutritious or not, you'd think that more people would come back for this.
I think it must be me. I just don't have a head for business. No matter how hard I work, I just can't seem to attract more customers. I've been living on the brink of financial ruin for years now. My son got sick of it, so he left.
You've got the chops to be a good cook, though. Why don't you try to find yourself a partner? You know, someone you trust who has a better head for business.
Now that you mention it, I hear there's a famous food expert here in Yusnaan. Apparently he specializes in turning around lost causes like mine. I'll bet... No, I know he could help me, but how do I find him? All I know is his name.
And what is it?
Gordon Gourmet. Despite his fame, he's hard to track down. If you do happen to run into him, could you tell him about CDs?
Gordon Gourmet. I'll remember it.
You are far too kind. Thank you so much. I hope you find him soon.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
Welcome, everyone, to the Banquet of the Lord.
Tell me, are you the famous food expert?
Possibly. I do boast a certain renown in culinary circles. It cannot be denied. I see. CD's restaurant, you say? I do hate to see a good restaurant go undiscovered by the dining public.
So, will you help him out? I can take you right there.
Oh no. CD's restaurant? I'm afraid you will have to find someone else. I'm sorry.
I can't persuade you?
Impossible. This city is overflowing with restaurants crying out for the deft helping hand of Gordon Gourmet. I'm run ragged trying to keep up. And, well, you see... Right, my rule. I have an ironclad policy. I cannot help an establishment unless the owner approaches me directly.
You just made that up, didn't you? All right, can you do this for me? Just give me some advice now and I'll pass it along to the owner. You don't have to come to the restaurant at all.
That sounds reasonable. I mean, I'd hate to see a restaurant serving fried niblet hairballs go under. Except, if I give advice, I need to make sure that it is communicated accurately, with total precision. And that means my messenger has to understand the instructions perfectly.
Well, I guess that rules me out. I don't know the first thing about fine dining.
Oh, you don't have to be a top chef, or even a garde-manger. All you need is a discerning palate. Practically anyone can acquire one with a little training.
I'm not sure what you mean by a discerning palate, but I don't think I have one.
Trust me when I say it can be found. In fact, a tour of the best establishments of the Glutton's Quarters should do.
Palace guards are conducting a
Hello,
search for
welcome.
the intruder calling herself the
Business is
Savior.
good.
She has
It is,
rose-colored
thank you.
hair and is
Word of our
carrying
shop's
an
special
enormous
flavor
weapon.
has quickly spread through word of
Citizens
mouth.
are asked to
This
report
city is known
persons
for its
matching
gourmet
the description
restaurants,
to the
but
nearest
none can hold a
security
candle to
officer.
the chefs we have assembled in our kitchens.
The best chefs in the city, huh? Lackley mentioned his missing fiancé was a great cook. I wonder.
Ma'am, is there something I can help you with?
I hope so. I'm looking for someone by the name of Filiana. According to her fiancé, she was a fantastic cook. Does this ring look familiar to you at all?
Oh, yes, yes, of course. I recognize that. The woman was a wonderful cook indeed. Though the strange thing is, I never knew her by the name of Filiana.
She may have assumed another name. Was the woman you knew beautiful enough to turn the head of every man in the room?
Now, this is taking quite an odd turn. She was no doubt a very handsome woman, but very advanced in age. I suppose she must have been beautiful enough to turn heads once, but she was undeniably an old woman. Of course, we are all old now, that we don't age, but she must have been quite elderly already when time stopped for all of us.
An old woman? I suppose that can't be Lackley's lost fiancée, but where is she now?
I'm afraid I don't know. The lady in question fell ill and left our restaurant. I believe she moved to Luxarian to live with the support of an old friend there.
Do you know how to reach her? Or that friend of hers?
Unfortunately, I don't know that woman's name or anything else about her. I saw her only once. She was a young woman, and if I recall correctly, wearing a rather unusual hat. Perhaps she was her daughter.
I see. Thanks for your time. You've been a great help. Lackley's ring ended up on the finger of a beautiful but old woman somehow. It's possible Filiana sold the ring. I'm not looking forward to telling Lackley about it, but he deserves the truth. He needs to know.
Welcome. When offering a complete dining experience to discerning patrons, superb food and excellent drinks are not enough. One must always anticipate the needs of your patrons. I am constantly assessing the dining space from the viewpoint of my customers, the comfort, the decor. Our customers want more than just a meal. They come for the memories they can savor for years to come.
That was useful information, but you still have more to learn. You should visit more restaurants in the Glutton's Quarter.
Nothing but the welcome. We have a popular selection of sweets. Our customers come here to put down their shopping bags and rest their weary feet. Our cakes and sweets are the perfect pick-me-up for just about everyone. We put a lot of love into our cakes, and that's what makes them so good. They're like treats for your palate and soul.
I'm